Good day, and welcome to Zoyols News. I'm Michael Reed. Our top story this hour. Less than 24 hours after the United States and Saudi Arabia signed a landmark nuclear cooperation deal, President Donald Trump has moved to reshape the agreement, creating fresh uncertainty over the kingdom's nuclear ambitions. This is Zoyols News. Once again, I'm Michael Reed. The news begins now. After months of delays, Saudi Arabia got much of what it wanted in the civilian nuclear agreement, until it unraveled almost immediately. By Thursday morning, Trump posted that the deal would be contingent on Saudi Arabia joining the Abraham Accords, and he denied it would include uranium enrichment. Sources said Trump was already angry the deal was rolled out without his knowledge. Sources said Trump's anger grew after experts and conservative outlets piled on, including Fox News and The Wall Street Journal, questioning why the deal lacked a normalization component that Biden had pursued. The White House framed the new Abraham Accords requirement as long-standing, but even the administration's nuclear negotiators were reportedly surprised by it. As confusion spread, White House officials blamed the Energy Department, saying they'd asked it not to roll the agreement out Wednesday. Wright proceeded anyway. Some Trump aides argued the deal wasn't finalized because required letters to Congress hadn't been sent, and senior staff were furious about the rollout. The White House publicly insisted the nuclear deal was always tied to Saudi Arabia joining the Abraham Accords. The Energy Department rejected claims of poor coordination, calling them fake news, and saying it worked closely with the White House and State Department throughout negotiations and the announcement. The backlash intensified when Thursday's press briefing was dominated by questions about why the new condition wasn't mentioned the day before. Levitt emphasized Trump as the final dealmaker, while Saudis were reportedly blindsided by the post. Reported terms included possible uranium enrichment in Saudi Arabia and limits on UN watchdog inspections, prompting to contact the Saudi embassy. The announcement capped a years-long effort dating back nearly 2 decades, with a tentative agreement reached last October. The administration sent a waiver report to Congress because the deal didn't require the IAEA additional protocol. But it stalled for months amid Iran war concerns and worries Congress might block it. Energy officials believed Trump blessed the deal late last week and began a media rollout, but others said it was only approval of a tentative framework. Experts criticized enrichment provisions and the absence of stronger additional protocol safeguards. Supporters argued the U.S. should partner with Riyadh to maintain influence, rather than ceding ground to China or Russia. Despite criticism, the administration said the deal upheld high nuclear safety and non-proliferation standards and proceeded with the signing ceremony. After Trump's reversal, some suspected Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu intervened, with Israeli sources saying he hoped to push normalization with Riyadh into the deal. The White House denied Trump and Netanyahu spoke and said Trump was reiterating a long-held normalization stance. People familiar with the matter said conservative media coverage helped drive Trump to block the deal as written. The Journal argued the idea originated under Biden as a reward for joining the Abraham Accords, yet Riyadh still resisted. Fox News echoed skepticism. Brian Kilmeade called the arrangement surprising and noted Biden-era discussions tied nuclear cooperation to joining the Abraham Accords. Kayleigh McEnany also questioned why Saudi-Israel normalization wasn't included, given prior expectations it was close. Biden officials had pursued a package pairing normalization with a civilian nuclear deal, but the October 7, 2023 Hamas attacks halted momentum. Israel's response shifted Arab world politics and pushed negotiators toward a less-for-less approach. Ultimately, no agreement was reached. Prince Mohammed bin Salman has said normalization with Israel requires a viable path to Palestinian statehood. Trump reinstated the Abraham Accords condition in a Morning Post shortly after the issue was discussed. Levitt said Trump hadn't spoken with the Crown Prince around the time of the abrupt change. Levitt said Trump had discussed these expectations with the Saudis in prior conversations and the administration would keep engaging. That wraps up our report on the uncertainty surrounding the Saudi nuclear agreement. With President Trump seeking changes to the deal just hours after it was signed, Questions remain over the future of Saudi Arabia's nuclear ambitions and the wider impact on the Middle East. You're watching Zoyols News. I'm Michael Reed. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful day.